Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the wonderful world of Minecraft. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a cave spider XP farm. So I had a request, actually about a week ago, but it's taken me a while to get this recorded, to do a tutorial on it because I did it on our vanilla Let's Play series, and decided that I would come out and make a tutorial. We are on a creative world, and I wanted to show you this real quick though. This is pretty cool. I think this is awesome. I haven't seen many jungle trees growing up in caves like that. I think it's pretty neat looking. Anyways, that's not what this video is going to be about. If we go into game mode 3 real quick, and just conveniently, no planning went into this whatsoever, of course, there seems to be a cave spider spawner down here. This, of course, will be your first step, is finding a cave spider spawner. And actually, we're going to do a double cave spider spawner because there's another one right over here. Although it's basically the same principle. For one, you just have to get it lined up right so you can do two at the same time. And you have to find two close enough. So the first step is we are going to come into here, and we're going to have to go back into game mode 1. And of course, if you're doing this in a survival world, this will be a little more difficult. But for us, and for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to do it like this. So we're going to clear out an area, and we're going to make it a 9x9 area. So that means you go 4 blocks out from the side of the spawner. And just do this all the way around. And then we're going to go down. We're going to leave these 2 blocks on top, and we're going to go down, I believe, 7 blocks. That might be 7. But yeah, I'm going to clear this hole out real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, we are back, and we've got our areas cleaned out for both of these, and actually you only have to go 6 down instead of 7, but it really doesn't matter. So that would be 6 from the bottom of this one. Basically because the spawners, they count an area 9x9x9 with the block in the spawner in the middle of that, and if there's more than 6 of the creature types, in this case cave spider, in that area, then they won't spawn anymore. So you want to be able to get the cave spiders down and flush them out as quickly as possible. So that's why we want that size box. So now if we look, the next step is if you have 2 spawners that you're trying to connect and use both at the same time, you want to figure out which side you want to put the spiders through. Because the player has to be within 16 blocks of the spawner for it to work. So, and as I'm saying that, I'm getting kind of worried that these 2 might not be close enough. But we'll figure that out anyways. So yes, so on this one, we're going to want the spiders to go this way. And on this one, we're going to want the spiders to go this way. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that next. Okay guys, so now as far as setting up the water stream, you have a couple options here. One is to dig back 4 blocks. Whoop, don't want that water coming through. Let's clean that up. There we go. So one, you would go back 4 blocks, place your water down, and then that would get it out just till the middle here. Oh, and there's more. Oh goodness, there's a big cave down here. So we gotta clean that up because we will be putting a ditch through there. Because from the middle here, you will be digging a slot in the direction that you want to go. So we want to go towards this wall, and we can actually dig that out a little bit. This is the way that the spiders are going to be traveling. So you can either do this all the way through here, or an easier way, although a little bit more expensive, is, and we got to put all these blocks back. You put your blocks down, and then you put fence gates down like this. Real simple. And gotta put that one there. Let's do this. There we go. And then you just have to go through and break the blocks underneath them. Oh, we can actually do that there. Oh, cool. I didn't realize that. There we go. Okay. And like so. And then just make sure that these are all opened. And don't place blocks underneath. There we go. Just like that. And then put your water down along the outside. And there you go. So now what you want to do is place some water, and I don't know if I can place it here like that. There we go. So you want a source block right back there. It's going to go up until right here. And then you're going to go and dig down a block right there. So then we're going to go through here. And then you're going to place another source block right there. And this will work out really well. It'll catch all of them. They'll go down here. You don't have to worry about building any larger area or anything, because they're going to get sucked down in here and just keep on going. And now actually from this block here, I think, or actually, yeah, so you want to go here and here. Basically, you want it to look like this. So the spiders are going to come in here, they're going to get swept down in here, they're going to drop down, and then they're going to keep getting sucked along in here. Okay, so there you guys saw it. They always, or as far as I can tell, they always go through and they don't end up getting stuck here. Mainly because they're not tracking anything right now. Now, if they were tracking something, they might get stuck right here, but I don't think they would. If you have trouble with it, just take this row of blocks out right here, and then they shouldn't have any trouble whatsoever. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go through here where our tunnel is going through, and I want this to connect up one block away from the one that goes out from over here. So this one's going to have to make a bend in it right down here. And every time that the water cuts off like that, we dig underneath there and keep going. So now we need to go this way. And we need to go down one more right here. Right there. Okay. So now what we want to do is go through here and just block all this off. And that's dark again. Let's place a few torches. Probably going to be brightening this up in post-processing. But now the main thing is, as you guys can see, these guys are all getting stuck up here, and you don't want that to happen. So how you do that is you just keep placing blocks. We'll do one here, and then we're going to, whoops, don't want to do that. Want to keep the water moving. But just give them a one block gap to go through, and then here where it drops down again, you're going to want to go, so not on this block, but the next one here. Actually, this one here. Because you want them to be able to travel down, and then right there, they're going to be blocked off again so they can't climb up. And then we keep on going here. Okay, guys, I felt like I wasn't making much sense there, so this is what you want to happen. You want an air gap right here, but you want them to drop down so they don't end up climbing up too far. And this right here is a problem. Because, and it's kind of hard to see, but the water goes up and then it doesn't give them an air gap right there. Okay guys, we are back, and this will not work right here because apparently it is a radius, so you have to be within 16 blocks, like a circle around this spawner instead of a cube. So as you guys can see here, probably the best thing what I would recommend doing if you have two spawners this far apart is to go somewhere or dig a hole in between the two, and then make sure that you can get to a place where they're spinning. So as you guys can see, that one's spinning, we turn around, that one's spinning. So this right here is where I want to be standing, and we can actually mark that real quick. We'll just use a lapis block. So right there we go. That's where I want to AFK at when I'm waiting for these guys to spawn in. Because if we stand here, they're doing good on both. Okay, so now we just have to set this up, and probably the easiest way to do it is just to move it over a little bit. So we'll do it over here instead. Okay guys, so here we've got it. We've got the two holes where they're both coming up through. We do want to block this area off just so that they can't climb through here. There we go. And now we've got our AFK spot where we can sit here and they'll both work. Especially if you're doing this in survival. Make sure everything is lit up, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. So now we're going to cut out 2 blocks here. There we go. Block those guys off. So yeah, we're going to go from where the spiders are going to be coming up. We want to go 2 blocks back and 2 blocks down, and you get some sticky pistons. Just like so. And then another one over here. Like so. There we go. And now, right down here in front of you, you want to place a piece of redstone. We don't need that right now. And a lever on top of a block. So we're going to redstone and a block on top of that and a lever. And there we go. Then you're going to place some blocks in front of that. And the reason for this, you can open this back up again, is because we're going to be building a crusher for these guys. And when you do that, you want to be able to block them off in this 1 by 1 by 1 area, and that will save you a lot of trouble, because otherwise they'll just end up popping back down the bottom, and they won't get crushed right. Okay guys, so now we've got the this thing in place. Oh no, there's a bunch of them. Oh no! Shouldn't have let them out. Oh well, let me get rid of these guys real quick. Well, that was fun, guys. Okay, so now we've got these areas, and what you want to do is go back here and put 2 more sticky pistons back here with blocks in front of them. And this is kind of the tricky part. So this is what you want. This is actually designed by Mumbo Jumbo that he did several years ago, but it still works. You want to power the block. You want to have some redstone dust, 2 comparators rather. And those 2 comparators go into a block, redstone dust beside it, a block with redstone dust on top beside that, another comparator going into a block. And then you can run your lead off of that. And now you might have to get kind of fancy with how you place these, depending on if you have room for this in the back or not. So yeah, that should be the crusher in a nutshell. I'll set here. I don't know if I can get a good view of it. Might have to break. There we go. So yeah, it's pretty simple. You guys can see from there. You can pause the video if you want and just recreate that. So now guys, you want some fences. I found that these work pretty good. This should keep the spiders in, but still give you a little bit of a gap here to hit them with. So if we open this up, and they should be coming up here soon. I haven't been in the right spot for very long. So I'm going to sit here for a little bit and wait until they come up. And they should just, by themselves, once they pile up so much, they should start coming up. Okay guys, so as you know, I'm not the smartest person in the world, and it does help to take the lights out of here before you start AFKing there. So I'm going to have to do this on both of them. Okay guys, so now we've got it all set up. I like to use fence right here. I think you can use iron gate, or iron railing? I think you can use iron bars too, but I'm not sure if that works. I know this works pretty well. The only thing is you have to make sure not to get too close because they can hit you through it. And also, this right here, wherever, like I said before, this is kind of flexible. You can move the redstone around. But this block right here, the one that's connected to this piece of redstone right here in the middle, has to be fully powered at 15. So that means in this case, we just put a repeater right there, and that gives you the long enough signal. And also we put a repeater right there to give us the signal, the full signal right here. That just makes sure that the clock or the pulse extender lasts long enough to get these guys down to where they need to be. And also one more thing right here. As you can see, they have a tendency to pile up here at the bottom. So all I did right here was I put a sign down and some water on top of it. And that seems to work really well. And they just end up going through here and then going straight up to the top. Okay guys, so I've swapped out the other side too. So now I'm just going to stick around for a little bit, let these guys pile up a little bit, and we will be right back and I'll show you guys this thing working. Okay guys, so now we've got some piled up here, and you just want to make sure that you hit the lever again so that there's a block underneath these guys. Then you go ahead and hit the button, and this should crush them down. You might lose a few of them. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but you do end up losing a few. But then, yeah, you can just punch them and take care of them, or if you have a sword, you can take care of a whole bunch of them at one time. I like to take this block out down here because you can't reach it very well if you don't. But you can just hop in there and pick up everything. But yeah, I think that's going to be all for this, guys. I hope that this works out well for you. Let me know in the comments below if you use this, if it works out for you, if this tutorial was helpful. And a big thank you to Illustration for giving me the idea to do this tutorial. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to let me know by smashing the like button and leave a comment down below if you found it helpful. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time.